Hi friend, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. This is sort of a follow-up to my last video. If you guys missed that, we took a look at the new Smallrig Freeblazer tripod that features this one latch quick setup feature. And today I kind of wanted to put it head to head with the Flowtech 100 legs so you guys could see the difference of a much more expensive tripod system. The cheapest one on B&H is the Sachtler Ace XL tripod system with the Flowtech 75 legs for around $2,300. And today we're testing the Flowtech 100 legs, as that's what I could borrow from a friend, but they are more or less the same thing. Feel free to ignore the expensive O'Connor video head on the Flowtech legs, as we are just going to be looking at the tripod leg systems. Hopefully I can help you decide if spending $2,000+ extra is worth it for you. When it comes to weight, these tripods feel very similar. When I picked them up, the Flowtech 100s are listed at about 9 pounds and the Smallrigs are listed at about 8 pounds. But I did want to mention the Flowtech also does have the 75s that are only about 6.4 pounds. When it comes to height range, I did my own testing, and the Flowtechs with the mid-level spreader start at around 24 inches off the ground, and the Smallrig is closer to 30.5 inches. But the Flowtech spreader can be removed and it drops down to just over 9 inches off the ground. When it comes to max height, the Flowtech 100s are about 58 inches and the Smallrig is about 71 inches. Keep in mind, you will still have to factor in the height of whatever video head you are using. I would say the Flowtechs get the edge here for the ability to go super low. When it comes to load capacity, the Flowtech 100s claim to be able to support up to 66 pounds, which is quite impressive. The Flowtech 75s claim to support 44 pounds, which is also really great. And the Smallrig Freeblazer claims to support 55 pounds, but it's really important to mention that the included video head on the Smallrig is limited to 22 pounds. I think for most people, 22 pounds is probably plenty, but the Flowtechs do win as far as weight capacity if you do have a heavier camera. When it comes to setup time, these felt pretty similar when I was using them, but the Flowtechs were a bit quicker every time. I did this same test a handful of times with each tripod, just setting it up from scratch. I think it's important to note just how well the Smallrig performed here, as it was just a second or two behind the Flowtechs every time. When it comes to adjustments, the Flowtech legs make it so easy, as all the adjustments can be made at the top of the legs. The Smallrig took a bit longer to tweak, as the adjustment tabs were all at different heights, and then they sort of lock sideways rather than straight up and down, which made making those adjustments just a little bit funny. I think this is one of the big advantages to the Flowtechs, as it is just so easy to make kind of those fine-tuned adjustments when you have a camera rig up there. But the Smallrigs is not hard by any means, it just is a little bit more finicky. When it comes to breaking both of these down, they performed really similarly, and the time fluctuated with each test that I did. Each tripod has their own little quirks that make breaking it down go smoothly, but both definitely benefit from starting to collapse the spreader in the middle before the legs, and then undoing the latches to drop the legs all the way down. Lastly are the video heads, and I just wanted to mention that I purposely didn't compare these, as there are so many different options, and this one from O'Connor that I was borrowing from a friend was definitely overkill for testing. I think just about any professional head will perform better than the Smallrig one, given they will have both pan and tilt tension adjustments, like some of the ones that come with Sachtler tripods. But if tilt tension isn't super important to you, then I think the Smallrig one will perform great, as long as your camera is under that 22-pound weight limit. When it comes to which tripod system you should buy, the short is that the Flowtech legs are better, but they cost more. It's up to you to decide how much easier you think it will make your life on set. At the end of the day, I think you're paying for a few things. Number one is the quickest leg adjustment system out there. You'll know what I'm talking about when you get to use one. It's just easy. Number two is versatility. The ability to go incredibly high or low is super nice in comparison to the Smallrig, which lacks that ability to go super low. Number three is definitely durability. These things last and withstand lots of abuse from working filmmakers and show no signs of breaking down. Go watch other reviews and see what I mean. With Smallrigs being so new, no one can really vouch for its durability over time, and I would bet that it is not up to par with the Flowtechs given the price point. Number four is just the little things. It's the removable and adjustable spreader, magnetic ends that hold the legs together, the ability to add a handle for ease of carry. All these things just really make this a really solid tripod and are what is justifying that premium price. I hope that seeing this tripod side by side helps you make a decision about which type of tripod you need. I think for the vast majority of people, the Smallrig Freeblazer seems to do the job well, but professional cinematographers are going to enjoy the features of the Sachtler. I think if you are making a living shooting videos that rely on a tripod such as commercials or documentary films, you will not be disappointed in the ease of the Flowtechs. But if you are just starting out, just get something within your budget. I've been using cheaper tripods for years, and while not being the most convenient all the time, have definitely gotten the job done for me. I definitely would love to own one of the Flowtech 75 legs one day, but for now, I'm just going to put the Smallrig Freeblazer to the test and see how it holds up over time. Really appreciate you guys being here. I encourage you to go watch my last video where we talk more in depth about the Smallrig tripod and also my thoughts on several different types of tripods and who they would best serve. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting me here on this channel, and until next time, peace.